Hi everyone, my name is Julissa Zayas and I'm a sophomore here at Rice University, and today I will be talking to you all about the thought terminating fallacy. So as humans, we know that conversations are literally the most important thing that we have. The ability to be able to communicate with others effectively, to communicate our needs, to communicate our wants, our dislikes, our likes, just to be able to communicate with anything. So I want you all to think back at a time where you were having a conversation with someone and you felt just quiet. Like they said something to you and the conversation just ended because of something that they said that kind of just made you feel some type of way. Think about that time and also think about how you felt. Did you feel discouraged? Did you feel sad? Did you feel angry? How did you feel when that person said that certain phrase at the end of the conversation? Think about that. So, this idea is called the thought terminating fallacy, also known as thought stoppers. It is common in any conversation. It's a normal human thing. It's a normal human reaction to say something like this. And oftentimes we do not realize the effect that it has on other people because it is just so prominent and it is so normal for us to say. It's just a normal thing for us to say. So I just introduced the topic of the thought terminating fallacy, but what exactly is the thought terminating fallacy? So the thought terminating fallacy is also known as thought stoppers, and they literally just prevent any further communication, any further discussion from a meaningful or important conversation. It is meant to just end the conversation, and that is it. Some examples of this are included but not limited to are "you got it," or "it is what it is," or "it's my way, so I don't care." Things like that. Things that just prevent you from saying something. Like what else can you say to "it is what it is"? Well, I know for me personally, like when someone says "it is what it is," I always counter it. I always say, "Well, no, da 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 da." But some people, they just allow it to happen. They say, "Okay," and that is a very discouraging feeling. To not be able to completely express how you felt because someone else decided to shut your opinion down because they thought it wasn't important. That's hurtful and it hurts people's feelings. Now, although they do hurt people's feelings, it does have a positive and a negative side. It's positive because like I said previously, people usually use it when things are getting rough, when there's a big argument forming and you need to stop the argument before it gets worse. So they use a thought terminating fallacy. That's it. Conversation's over. That could save friendships. It can prevent things getting physical, prevent things from getting even more verbal. So there's always a positive and a negative to anything, and that's one of the positives about the thought terminating fallacy is that it can prevent something from getting worse. It could possibly save a friendship. One of the negatives is that it makes people feel really crappy. It makes them feel bad. It makes them feel like they're not important or the things that they have to say don't matter. And which is not true because everyone's opinion, everyone's important. And so using a thought terminating fallacy to some people can be hurtful. It can mean like, all right, well, I'm not going to say anything else because what for? I obviously don't matter. My opinions obviously don't matter. So there goes the conversation. Boom. But one of the things that I have to say to this is that you have to know how to speak up for yourself. And like, if you are in a situation where someone does use a thought terminating fallacy on you, learn how to speak up. Whether it was a positive thing, they were trying to save an argument from getting even worse. Try to think on like the positive side of it, the more positive side of it, and say like, okay, well, it is what it is. But like, well, yeah, it is what it is. But maybe this, and this. And as far for the negative, don't always dwell on the negative because, like I said previously, sometimes it's not the person's intention to be negative. Maybe they are just trying to be positive. Maybe they were just trying to save a friendship. Maybe they were just trying to prevent things from getting worse than what they were because they obviously care about you. And the thing with the thought terminating fallacy is that it is just a common thing to say. It is something we use every day in our vocabulary that we don't even realize it. And people don't realize the intentions that they are coming with it. So it's like, Jan probably meant that in a positive way, but Bill took it negatively. So it's just the way that people perceive things and the way that people take things has a huge impact on how the thought terminating cliche will be used or how it will be interpreted or taken as by the person who feels like they're discouraging or etc. And even a lot of successful leaders use thought terminating cliches in their conversations to probe further discussions because they know that it'll probably irritate someone so much that they'll get more out of them. So the thing with the thought terminating fallacy is that you have to take it and look at it at many different ways. Because, yeah, in your head it may mean one thing, but like I said previously, it can be taken in so many different ways. It can be beneficial, it can be negative, it can be hurtful, it can be discouraging, it could be a positive thing. It's just how you, the person, takes it. And that's really all there is to it. So we have now defined what the thought terminating cliche is and how to use it and when to use it and how to interpret it, because that is one of the most important things, is how to interpret something like this. And so now, and after doing research, like, it's easier to understand why people say these things, because I know for me personally, I always had difficulty when someone was to say, like, oh, well, Julissa, I don't care what you say, it is what it is. I learned how to counter it now. I learned how to fight back. And I also learned how to not be so close-minded and to look at it from different perspectives. Because, like I said, people might want to see what else they can get out of you. People want to see if, did they break you? Were they able to break you down, or were they able to probe something in you that will light you back up again? So it's just how you take it. So now that we all know about the thought terminating cliche, you can now use it with other people. You can now be more mindful when people use it on you. You know how to fight back now. You know how to take it. And yeah, that's all I have for the thought terminating cliche. Thank you.